Right, good morning all. Welcome to Nat's Nackers yard. Where are we? In a moment of utter misplaced confidence. The carb's back in, complete. So straight reverse process of what I did before, pretty fiddly, frankly, more so than on a straight. But yeah, I thought about running it from a bottle, and I probably should do, but frankly, I thought, why the hell not? And then see what happens. I've just been to the garage and picked up some go-go juice. I drained the tank. Had no idea how long the fuel that was in there had been there, so I just thought, why not? I should have kept some. It was really yellow, like super yellow, and smelled quite varnishy, so I don't know how old it was. I think the guy that had this before, so the guy that found it, the guy that tracked down the owner, had been sat for a couple of years, boosted it around. I think he chucked a little bit of fuel in there, but I'm pretty sure it hadn't been drained. And some of the smells doing this carb were horrendous. So I'm hoping some fresh fuel will make a lot of difference. Yeah, I mean, it was almost bright yellow. That's clear. So, I'll give it enough. I'm not going to put the whole lot in. But I've never found a bike yet that doesn't respond to having a decent amount of fuel in it, rather than just a dribble. Up, because otherwise I will kick it and spill it. Right then, you beast. I don't actually know how live the battery is. I might have to chuck the booster on it. Let's see what happens. It's not going to go straight away because the carbs are empty and dry. Trapped the throttle cable. That's not enough trouble there. Let's give it a go. Bit of choke. that's a damn sight better. Yeah, that smoke is, I have tried, I had a quick attempt to getting the exhaust off so I could rewrap it or paint it or whatever I was going to do. I haven't done that bolt up properly. Bolt on the manifold, not manifold, or whatever it is. Yeah, holding the exhaust in, so there's a little bit of a leakage there. Yeah, well happy with that. I need to adjust the throttle. Still quite sticky. That's it's not a lot of travel there, so yeah, I don't think I put a lot of attention into the length, so I'll have a sort out that. But that runs so much better. So that's fresh fuel and a carb clean, and that's so much better. Brill. So I'm gonna let that cool off. I'm gonna have my sausage sandwich. This has actually got a baffle in it. Doesn't seem to be doing a great deal, but yeah, I think I might just take it up and down the hill. I'm going to have a bit of a belt on that rear brake because I said seizing before, it's not, it's binding. In fact, you can see it's quite tight on there. Just bleed that a bit, loosen it off the nail, and then take it off and have a proper look. But I need to sort that before I take it up and down the hill. One thing that I did find was the idle. That's still quite seized up, frankly, but the idle was bent in the carb itself. So I've straightened that up and oiled it off and loosened it off, and then I now have a working idle, albeit by it's hoiking the whole thing round rather than twisting the little handle. But hey, it's better than nothing, certainly for now anyway. Right, so I'm going to have some breakfast, let that cool down, sort out the exhaust, have a quick look at the brakes, and then maybe take it up and down the hill. Cool, catch you later. Right, okay, lid off and airbox off. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I've achieved here because I don't think it's the cable, so if I clumsily rest you down there and go for full throttle, I don't get a lot of movement, and if I go for the throttle manually, i.e. not from the bar, not from the grip, I'm not getting full range. So I've snagged something or I've blocked something, so I'll have a bit of a tinker, see what I can find. Happily, about 2 minutes later, found out what it was. It was a silly mistake. So the boot, the strap holding the carb onto the manifold, so the rubber boot there, it's got the screw, can't quite see it effectively. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, there we go. So this boot was there, which meant that the accelerator, the throttle is just hitting it and blocking it off. So at some point that's just spun round a little bit while I was pissing around, not really paying attention. So if I just move that somewhere a bit more practical like that, now I have full range on the throttle, which is a lot better. It is still sticky, but I think that might just loosen up over time, and actually a little bit more lube thrown in. Right, back on. Happy with that. Don't mind a silly mistake when I spot it and when I've made it, but at least I found that before I ripped all the carb out and everything else. Cool. Okay, so once more we're feeling. That's with the throttle cleared, although it is really sticky now, so I can hear grinding, so I'm going to have to get new cables, I think, and just treat the bike to it. Right, let's try the noise button. sliding. I'm slightly concerned about my stand move then, which is why I jumped on it. Okay, right, I'm just going to have a look at that exhaust where it was, where I was getting gas leakage. Then what? Then I'm going to take it up and down the hill, I think. Cool. Happy with that. Well happy with that. Okay, let's give it a go, see if it works. Wow. Yeah, that wants to go. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Select gear is fine. I do need to sort out that rear brake because I can feel it dragging, binding. Got the turning circle of the Art Royal. Obviously it's a sports bike, it's not got that much turn in it. Yeah, happy with that. Right, let's drag it back off of the road. Yeah, well happy with that, well happy with that. I needed choke on throughout, not a lot, but a bit. So what, it's jetted as per the original. So 137.5 and 17.5, I think, off the top of my head, which is stock. That ain't stock. So what, I'm not going to piss around with the jetting because as much as it's a lovely noise, it's too loud. It's too loud. I'll keep that exhaust with it, and as when and if it goes, whoever wants it can have it. Now that is 51mm, and that's straight off the pipe. There's no link pipe, so I'm going to have to get a link pipe and an exhaust. I'm not going to kick the tits out of it. I'll just get a standard exhaust. Right, it then moves into so what seat. I do like the seat. I do like the seat. I do like the look. It gives it a good profile. I just need to work out how to hook it because it's got two bolts here, on there, one further back. The other side has only got the further back one. When it's too far back, there's too big a gulf. So I either find a way of securing it that side or rebuild it that edge. Speaking of rebuilding it that edge, and how much of this I film, I don't know, depends how disastrous it goes. Postman came yesterday. Big reveal. Fiberglass kit. I have no idea what to do. Never done it before. Always fancied doing it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try and sort this seat and get it better. Now I think, for the sake of pseudo convenience, I might push it back to where it was to account for a slightly taller rider, because I am quite cramped on that, and then try and build the existing seat forward to meet / match. How I do that, I have no idea at all, but that's why we do stuff like this. It's a new experience. We'll give it a go. No, I'm well happy with that. Various other bits I need to do: headlight, speedo when it gets here, sort out the cabling, sort out indicators for it. There's still quite a long way to go for it before I start pissing around with beautification like paintwork, although obviously I have done the front mudguard. Yeah, happy, very happy indeed. So I think a little bit of internet shopping for a pipe and a link pipe You know, that one just fits straight on because it's just too loud. I'm not going to piss around with jetting or anything else until I've sorted the exhaust out, because obviously they're going to match off to a degree. And at the moment that exhaust is way off the original, hence the jetting is way off what it needs to run smoothly. But so what, my first carb clean, it worked. I got overconfident, threw it all back together, and the only thing that I cocked up was one of the manifold clamps that I'd spun 90 degrees out of the way, so it was inhibiting the throttle. I do want to get new throttle cables. I think for the price they are, it's just not worth taking them off, trying to grease them and put them back on. I'll just get new ones for it. I think Frankie deserves it, frankly. Yeah, so new rubber is already done, so I'll get new ones for those as well. I might, once I've done the shopping, work at the front end and work backwards, so the where are you, the ignition is on, but it's only on one bracket on one side, so that needs to be tightened off, which means various other bits need to be done as well. Also the cap doesn't stay on, there isn't enough room for grip on it, so I need to have a look at that, just making sure I don't lose that as well, because the top yoke's not quite right. So there's a fair amount of front end business that I need to do, which is probably going to be the next bit of business, but no, more than happy. Moves, makes lovely noise, turns heads left, right and centre. I gave a little kiddie a rev bomb going up the road then, and I think it made his day. Yeah, no, happy with this. It's going in the right direction, and actually mechanically it's really quite sound, and it rides really well. And I know people say things like, you know, it pulls your arms off. It is only a 650, but it is a sports 650. It's more than I'm used to, and it did at least try and take me by surprise a couple of times. Yeah, great little machine, great little machine. Right, I think that'll do for the day. The only other bit that I have got is I've got a chain guard that has arrived. I just sprayed it up last night, just black. I don't want to go fandango on it, and I'll chuck that on as well. But aside from that, I think that's me for the day, before I burn a Sunday as well as a Saturday. I hope you're enjoying the channel. I hope you're enjoying the progress. It's a little bit slower than I would like, but life isn't all bikes, unfortunately, no matter how much you want it to be. I might do a few little vids during the week, particularly of me trying to sort out what to do with this rear end. Cool, thanks very much all. Remember, if you've not subscribed, please do. Please click the notification button as well, and you can follow this as it goes, because it's getting interesting. It's really getting interesting. Cheers all.